So we heard from you first. Perhaps you want to give us a few of your key takeaways from today's presentation.
Thank you so much. Key takeaways. I think the class action arena is continuing to change and shift. The landscape continues to change and shift based on rulings from the Supreme Court, taxes of the plaintiff's bar to accommodate rulings of the Supreme Court, as filings are moving from subject matter area to subject matter area and type of representative proceeding to type of representative proceeding. I think it's not going to quiet down, and what we're seeing is more of a shift from area to area rather than a going away of any of the class action devices and mechanisms. They're going to continue to shift in popularity, I think, as we move into 2020, and defense theories are going to continue to evolve to counteract those. So I think it's an interesting time to be a class action lawyer, and I look for the changes on the horizon in 2020 and beyond.
Thank you so much, Fabian. We then heard from yourself. Perhaps you want to give us a few of your final thoughts from today.
So it's important to understand that the class certification requirements under Rule 23 are important safeguards to control the number of class action filings. On the other side, it's also important to understand that private litigation, as it is given by class action in the U.S. legal system for antitrust enforcement, is an important pillar in antitrust enforcement. Now, what you see in Europe, the Dieselgate scandal triggers now the introduction of such class action, which I hope will have the positive effect that the huge increase in fines the last year on the European and Asian Pacific, in the European market and the Asian Pacific market, will be a little bit balanced by the enforcement over private litigation.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much. And finally, Pavel, a few takeaways from yourself just to close us out today.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with the sentiment that class certification and class actions are not going anywhere. I think in some sense the conclusion I have is that in fact they're getting more and more sophisticated, and it requires more thought, kind of an understanding of where things have been and where they're going, and in particular as it relates to experts, kind of using experts in a way that really enhances the argument that's being put forth in kind of these new and novel methods.